a.m. Just chilling, just sitting here scrolling through some social media platforms. Today's my chill day, so I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. Yeah, I was just scrolling through social media, looking at some things. I was talking to my little brother, right, and they was talking about the maino and what's this brother Saint Laz, Maino and Saint Laz, right, on Instagram. People putting up the clips and everything like that, right. So now Maino dissed him on his outfit, right. He was joking on his outfit, right. It was only a joke, right. Now, if the brother Saint Laz know he looked at Jiggy, or if he was comfortable, I believe that insult should have bounced right off of him, right? Me myself, I would have took it as an alley oop. I would have roasted Mano back. I would have roasted him back. I believe that, as black people, I'm not telling anyone what to do or how to be, but I think sometimes we could be a little bit more lighthearted. If it was a joke, it was a joke. I can see if someone put their hands on you or violated you physically, but the brother is just saying a joke. I would just snap at him back, unless I don't know how to snap back. And then I take it to the Instagram. And I'm not saying St. Laz is right or wrong, right? Because he handled it the best way. I guess he knew how to handle it. And a lot of times we speak about the programming, right? We're programmed to respond in a certain way. So I just said, I believe me myself, like you only can speak for yourself. What you would have did, I'm not telling anyone what to do, not trying to control anyone, but I'm saying me myself, I would have just roasted them back, just snap back at them, bring some people to my channel, have a little fun with them, and then just leave it alone. But to get on social media platforms and insult the brother back, right, and then use vulgar language, I'm only really upset myself because everything happens on a biochemical level first, right? So a person only touches the wound that's there already, right? So based on how we respond is what we know, is what our nervous system and our brain knows. So we respond based on our programming. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not, no one's better than anyone. I'm just saying I have programmed myself to be a little bit more calm. I would have handled it a different way. I would have snapped at the brother, brought some people to my page, had a little fun, and I would have bigged Mano up after that. This brother, he has made some changes in his life and made some significant offerings to some people. Maybe not me, maybe not you or anyone else, but we have to look at that, man. And as a people, we're quick to tear each other's heads off, man, because we're dealing with trauma, we're dealing with stress, we're walking around with it all day. That's all we know. So we want to burn some of this stress off, man. Go do some yoga, do some meditation, different exercises. You can take different tools and skills to improve your life, man. I just don't think it was that serious, man. But shout out to St. Laz. He's doing his thing. He's out there. I looked at the outfit. I didn't really see nothing wrong with it. Maybe, a person like Maine or somebody else would have came to a video shoot more dressed up, more decorated, right? Because they're trying to get a certain attention from a certain people. So I can understand that. St. Laz seems like a type of brother that he's a little bit more laid back. Like he said, he has a family, he has a wife. The brother is just relaxing. He's just cooling, yo. You know what I mean? But I do agree sometimes we can be too rough and harsh on our people. So it was an action from Mano, and the brother St. Laz, he reacted, right? I'm not telling the brother how to react, but, I believe that, some of these things are so petty that we can just let them go. Have a little fun with it and then just let it go and then just break it down and explain it, right? Because I can explain the whole situation, what really happened. These brothers ain't got no beef with each other. I don't think they want to kill each other. It's just, a lot of times it just be misunderstandings, and with a little corn of insecurity within ourselves, right? Because when I look at a lot of these misunderstandings, I swear to you, right? Pay attention. Many of them always go back to a girl, or you didn't give me my props when I seen you. You didn't shake my hand. You didn't, and it's the same way on some of these sectors on YouTube, a person, I heard people say, yo, you didn't mention my name. Yo, you didn't say my name. You mentioned this, but you left my name out. So people want to be noticed, man. They want to be seen. They want to be heard. And they don't want to come out and say it because it makes you seem weak or it makes you seem like a beggar. But these people have to come to grips that this is what they want, man. They want the fame. They want the money, right? Some people are struggling behind the scenes, taking jobs to job and this and that. And you got to support your family. You got to do what you got to do, but you always have to be true to yourself first and true to your family. People get on here and they try to tell us what to do when their family, it's like a zoo or something like that. So, it's just being true to yourself. But shout out to Maino. I like Mano, man. I like his spoken words. Yeah, people made fun of it. I heard people cracking jokes, but yeah, it is what it is. If we can't stand to be laughed at, man, we won't be able to really live in life. Laugh at me, man. Talk about me. And I'm not saying it for clout or I'm going to come back, but I'm just saying express yourself, man. Express yourself. Put it in the atmosphere. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? But we don't got to go crazy on each other and, yo, this, that. And next thing you know, I'm trying to get close to your whiz, to knock your whiz off, to make you look stupid, but really, in all reality, it makes me look stupid because I manipulated this black queen. I tried to hurt my brother, but really, I'm hurting inside. So people's behavior, a lot of times can tell you so much about their mind state. You know what I'm saying? Humans or people with a certain type of intelligence don't act like this, man. Don't act a certain way. So when you see a person acting a certain way, they're going through something. They're going through something. And with the help of the community, if you can help them, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm very cautious with that. I tell people I don't want nobody getting hurt or anything. A person has to be ready for the help, ready to receive it. Because if they're not, then you're just wasting your time, man. But shout out to Mano, shout out to St. Laz. I'll be back a little bit later. Peace and love.